Okay, so here today I'm just going to be doing a quick live stream, and this one is just going to be me basically giving you guys my raw opinion of, or my initial opinion. This isn't a final review. Let me get that across right now. This is not a final review, but I will be giving you guys my final, as I just said, this isn't a final review, but I'm going to give you guys my initial opinion of how this smells and some details of what I think of this. So, I definitely want to get this across. I do think that this strain smells very similar to some of the Canatique strains that I have had. And I'm very interested to see if anyone knows if Backpack Boys has any has any involvement with the growers that grow for Canatique. This is going to be a very hard question to find an answer for because, of course, the growers are going to be kept very secret. When they get the access to a grower, they try to keep that very secret so that no one knows who to get the weed from, you know? That is something that they try to keep that very close to the chest. But I'm only asking you guys if you know because um I'm interested to see if anyone knows, you know? So one thing I did get from the smell is that it is definitely a strain that it has lemon cherry gelato in the genetics. 100% it has lemon cherry gelato in there. I would say that it may be crossed with something else. I'm not 100% sure to be honest. Um, it may just be lemon cherry gelato. Not 100% sure. I definitely can taste the lemon cherry in there though. It is one of those strains that is super, super distinct. So I smoked a joint when I first got this, and I wanted to smoke a bowl for you guys and see if I was right. I want to see if I was right. I want to taste it through the bowl and get a full, full experience of this. I hate moving stuff on this table because it starts throwing the microphone off like crazy. This is such a sensitive microphone, so bear with me for 1 second. I'm going to pick the bong back up. It wasn't that bad. But I have been doing a live stream every day for the next 30 days. This is my second live stream of the day, but I might cut this one off short a little bit early. I'm going to be making a little bit of food soon. I try to space my meals out. I don't know if anyone else does this too, but I space my meals out so that I can have small meals. I try to have at least probably 5 meals a day, but today I played it kind of bad. I ate a big meal earlier and I had only 3 meals today. Well, this is going to be my third one. I try to have them very small though, so that I'm spacing everything out and I'm actually be able to digest everything properly. I know this is probably something that you guys don't really care about, but that is something that is very good if you are someone that is a smoker. If you eat big meals all at once, you will have a very hard time digesting, and you will definitely probably end up eating it all late night, which will be very bad. You want to definitely, honestly, this is kind of bad that I'm eating this last meal late, but it's definitely good to space everything out. If you guys haven't seen, I'm definitely going to be giving you guys my final opinion or my first opinion. I keep saying final. I literally just got this strain. For some reason, I keep saying final. I did smoke a little bit of this. I'm somewhat enjoying it. I would say this is definitely a strain that I would say is decent. Definitely has lemon cherry gelato on it. I can smell that and I can taste that for sure. The joint I rolled up before though was kind of small. Oh, shout out to the person in the chat. What's good? I'm gonna be giving you guys my opinion on this one today. That's what's good. What's good with you though? Hope everything's going good with everyone that does watch this today. I hope everyone's staying safe on this Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way. Even though it's the day after Halloween, technically now. Ooh, I have other weed in my grinder. I hate that. Do you guys mix weed together? Am I someone that is weird because I will only smoke one strain by itself? I'll never mix weed on purpose. Mixing weed is against my religion, whatever religion that is. You probably couldn't even hear me right there. Could you hear me good? I wasn't talking into the microphone. I hate when it's dead silence. I try to talk as much as I can, but I don't want to just be babbling. Yeah, it definitely is a hit or miss. You don't want to waste the weed. That's one thing. I don't want to waste it. I don't want to mix it together and then have it taste like just weird, you know? That's why sometimes it can be good though. You can almost find a new strain almost if you start mixing stuff together. It's good with the strains that are candy. If you have some candy strains, it's definitely good. But when you start mixing those funky OGs together, it's definitely a hit or miss. It could be a hit though. It's definitely very rare to find a good mixture though. Yeah, no bullshit. If you find your own mixture, then it's time to start breeding. It's time to start. You don't have the seeds with it, but it's time to start finding those seeds. If you can actually find a good mixture, then you got to be on the hunt at that point. I'm actually gonna start growing. That's one thing I'm going to be starting in the near future. I'm definitely gonna try to start growing. Personally, I've never grown ever in my life, and I've watched a lot of stuff about it, but I definitely want to start growing. I feel like that would be very dope to do. It's gonna be hard, but I want to do living soil, lemon cherry gelato, 100%. This is lemon cherry. And let me say this. I'm almost 100 and I'm almost 1 billion% sure this is actually from Backpack Boys. But let me say this. Crypto Funk, I should have known from the name. It's lemon cherry gelato. And if you guys know anything about the market nowadays, basically everything's either a lemon cherry gelato cut or it's just lemon cherry gelato. It's how life works now. If you are getting anything that isn't from a dispensary, there's high likely chances that it's going to be lemon cherry gelato. But one thing I do, one thing I can smell is this is definitely from the same growers as Canatique, and some of the Canatique strains are really good. So I would say this is probably going to be a good batch of lemon cherry. I smoked a small joint of it before. It was very small. I really didn't get a very good experience of the high, but I definitely got a good experience of the taste, and it definitely has lemon cherry gelato in it. I would say that the taste is decent though. I would actually really say that this is something that I would be a fan of, I guess. I'm honestly not a candy smoker. I don't want to smoke stuff that I have to smoke a eighth of it just to feel something. I want to smoke something that's gonna get me high off a few bowls of out of the bong or even just a joint, a gram joint. I mean, maybe even like a point 0.5 joint. If I can If I can smoke a point 0.5 joint of that strain, that's a good strain. That's gonna get a good rating from me. If I have to smoke a gram, it deserves a low rating, you know? That's why I feel like my grading process is very good. Doing the yes. Are you talking about Dosey Do from the brand strain, or are you talking about the just the strain in general? Because Dosey Do, huge fan. I love Dosey Do. I actually what I have the what's it called? The Dosey face right now. The Dosey face, and this is from the brand Harbor House. Oh, you have the Dosey face? Yep. This I had to grab this one. I literally I tried basically everything else on this menu, on Harbor House's menu. This one right here is decent. Honestly, I would say I enjoy it to an extent, but I'm not really a sativa fan. Honestly, I don't know if you had the luxury of trying this, the the brand it's Tower 3, but the strain is called Platinum Garlic. Wow, this one was really, really good. Honestly, I'm not a big sativa guy, but this one was good. Honestly, the sativas just don't do it for me. I feel like the sativas, for the most part, let me say this: there are some really, really good sativas. If you're going with something that's more of a haze, those hazes can be really good. Um, some sours, I'm not a real big sour person, but some of them are good. Supposedly, um, most sours are just well, like the skunk is what the sour diesel is supposedly in New York. That like the one that everyone's saying that they really really love is supposedly just the classic skunk. But that's just what I heard in one of the first Smoke of the Day podcast interviews. I definitely recommend if anyone is really into learning about different things about cannabis and you haven't watched that podcast, then you're missing out. You would really, really enjoy it if you enjoy anything about this channel. It's perfect timing for me to be doing the business of Mylar bags. This is the perfect time for me to get this video started. This is lemon cherry gelato right here. Which I'm not disappointed in, to be honest. I know the game. I know how it is. Everyone loves the hype. Everyone loves the pretty bags. I do too. I can't lie. I bought this. I spent money off basically appeal. I picked this strain even though I was smelling all of the strains that my boy had, and he had the one from Metro Boomin, which actually I might get on Wednesday. That one definitely is has gelato in it. I can smell the gelato, but I would say that one smelled decent. I would say that that one smelled super fresh. Everything about it was really good. So I will grab that one. I know it's going to do a lot of views if I do a review of it. So I might not do a live stream review of this one and the Metro Boomin one. I'm probably just going to do an actual review of it so that I can get it properly done. Get a nice video for everyone to consume properly. Some people really don't really enjoy the live streams fully. I love doing the live streams. I personally like doing the raw videos where you can actually see everything about it. You can judge everything about it. You can see me mess up. Everything about the live streams I personally love. Some people might not like them, but definitely I'm gonna keep doing the live streams and I'm gonna be doing some regular reviews too. So you'll get a mix of both if you tune into this channel. I definitely want to keep mixing it up though. I want to start doing many more different things. I want to start doing different vlogs. I want to start doing everything. I'm gonna do a lot of stuff. You'll be seeing a lot of different content on here. One thing I wanna gear towards, I wanna start aiming towards is doing a podcast. I wanna find a couple different people that will be able to keep a conversation. A lot of people cannot keep a conversation. A lot of people think that doing this is easy. I would say this is easy to an extent if you have a personality. A lot of people have no personality. They'll sit there in front of the camera and they'll just be like, "Shit, should I be talking right now?" It's like, "Yes, you should be talking." It's hu- humans aren't really supposed to be sitting here in front of a camera and just be talking for nonstop time, but I don't know. I don't know what's in my brain that makes me be able to do it. I would say it's the weed. It's definitely the weed. I would say the weed helps. I would say the high on this one's actually really good though. Even though this is definitely either a lemon cherry gelato cut or it's definitely has lemon cherry gelato in the lineage. This one smokes good. I would say this is definitely a good batch of lemon cherry gelato. But I would say that the market's gonna change soon. I have a I know I'm not even it's not even just a feeling. I've seen a lot of noise in the California market. There's a big scene in California. Everyone knows about it, but the first smoke of the day has been able to highlight it very well with the podcast with all of the different growers and just the different people. They've been able to highlight it very well, and they've been able to show that a lot of people really don't want to see all this candy anymore. A lot of people do have an interest to see those OGs because if let me say this, if you have been only smoking candy, you probably have forgot about the anxieties and the crazy feelings that you'll get if you smoke a crazy good OG. When you smoke an OG, that will make you feel like your first time again. Honestly, a lot of people forget about that and they honestly only have that candy terp in mind. They want to smoke something that's going to taste really cool, it's going to taste really interesting and this that and the third, but I don't know. There is a market for those crazy OGs again. The one that I personally remember is the Marathon OG. I had the blessing to try the Marathon OG from Nipsey's brand, and honestly, I had to put it out halfway. I was literally like geeked. I was high as hell, and I smoked it like I smoked it alone too. I was smoked it alone, and I just was tripping. To be honest, I was sitting there just looking around, just like I was high as hell. And this is me being completely honest. I did take like a few days off before then, for that time smoking that, but I was high as hell. It was wild. Honestly, I was almost almost like too paranoid to an extent, but I definitely love OGs because of that. It gives you that for some reason, I don't know why I like being paranoid from weed. Not paranoid, but I like to know that the weed is actually getting me high, you know? So that anxious feeling that you get from OGs, I don't know, gives you that it gives you a very good creative edge when you use that anxious feeling in your creativity for whether it's drawing, art, anything, whether whatever it is, you get just I don't know how to explain it. It probably sounds stupid, but OGs the way they the way they work with your creativity is way better than any of that candy shit. I think candy is definitely really cool for some things, I guess, but like I would say candy for the working out high is definitely good. because you don't really get that high, you know? It's more of just like a motivating feeling. But when you smoke a good OG, you're gonna be stuck to your chair. You're just gonna be editing, you're gonna be drawing, you're gonna be just stuck in that one place. You're just gonna be stuck there. The candy will kind of have you just spaced out for a second. Then you're gonna be, oh, what's that next thing to do? You know what I mean? I feel like candy is just a temporary high. It's very, I don't know. It's not really a high, to be honest. The thing I've been kind of thinking about is, when you smoke good weed, you get hungry. But when you smoke like stuff like this, I'm not acting like this is bad weed, but you don't even get really hungry, which is makes me think. It always makes me think. Of course, there is strains that aren't supposed to make you hungry, but you'll smoke some of these strains that are supposed to make you hungry and they won't even make you hungry. It's weird. I've been thinking that some of these strains, there is a lot of strains that are getting sprayed with all of these different things. I've done many videos about the different things that strains get sprayed with, which I'm not gonna go too deep into right now. Of course, I have lost the two viewers that were there, but that's one thing. The stuff that they are spraying stuff with, I don't know. It could be making people less hungry. It could be doing countless things to the human body that is very bad that we should be aware of. We should be really focusing on the living soil brands, the brands that are really going that extra step to make sure that they are doing it fully organic. If a brand isn't doing those extra steps, then we shouldn't really take them serious at all, you know? Which living soil isn't even like that much harder. I would say that definitely it's going to take a lot longer to get that soil fully right and make sure it's actually going to be able to produce some really good cannabis, but we're seeing brands getting some really good cannabis now from it, so I would say it's definitely worth it. I would say that that brand Tower 3 proves it. I would say that the fact that they're doing very good prices too shows that it's not that costs it's not breaking their pockets to get the job done, you know? I would say that the fact that people are putting all of this money into different PGRs and stuff shows that they're not confident in themselves of really growing, and I don't know, or it just shows that they aren't really invested into this. They are only invested into the profits, which is something you should stay away from. We should only go to the brands that are doing small batch that are really worrying about the product. They're putting their time into the product, they're putting their love into the product, and they're putting care into the product. But I went off on just a rant. I need to go eat. I definitely appreciate anyone that watches this. I definitely will be doing a lot more live streams in the near future. As you see, I can talk a lot, and sometimes once I start smoking, it starts getting a little bit off topic, but I definitely appreciate you. If you have any topics that you want to see me talk about, definitely comment them. If you want to see me do any specific videos on any topics, definitely let me know. You can also DM me at Clearly Reviews 3 any topics or anything that you want to see me do. If you don't want to have your thing in the comments, just DM me. I definitely appreciate you. Stay blessed.